This is the Morning Fix with Bhargav.
A very, very good morning and welcome to the Morning Fix on Radio 44 100.8 FM in Nairobi City, or watch live on radio44.co.ke. It's Bhargav Joshi keeping you company all the way. In the studio is none other than Dr. Kapil Dev Kesari, a Ph.D. holder in yoga and an ambassador of yoga in Kenya. He has conducted above 670 yoga camps, 28 yoga retreat programs, published 15 yoga research papers, has designed a yoga curriculum for schools. The list just goes on and on and on. First of all, welcome to the Morning Fix, Dr. Kapil Kesari.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you here. Now, let's jump right into it. Since we are talking all about yoga, what exactly is yoga and how can yoga transform people's lives?
Okay, so basically yoga is a physical, mental, spiritual and social practice which is originated in India. Now it's practiced in all over the world. It is not about only twisting your body, and it is not only some collection of some breathing techniques.
Yeah.
It is all about how you can keep your body holistically healthy.
Right.
So there is a very beautiful sutra in Yoga Sutra, like restraining your mental fluctuation is called yoga. Okay. So like asanas, twisting your body, bending your body is the one part of yoga.
That's just something that we see and we associate everything of twisting to yoga, but that's not it.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
So it basically is change the life of people from stress to happiness.
That is the main thing that yoga does.
Yeah.
Stressful life leading towards happiness.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, well, I need to start some yoga now. But how is International Yoga Day benefiting the world? Because now it's suddenly taken, that storm has come suddenly.
Exactly.
Every single place in the world is celebrating International Yoga Day.
Exactly. So it has started in 2015. Now people are becoming more and more aware about the physical as well mental health. So the Indian High Commission in Nairobi last year, the celebrated International Day of Yoga, almost 6,000 people participated in yoga. So like it shows that people are getting aware, like they are participating in International Day of Yoga, and regularly youth also coming into this yoga subject. They are doing lots of courses, they are making career in yoga, and like people are getting aware.
I mean, you yourself are young as well, so you can see, you could watch live right now on radio44.co.ke. Dr. Kapil, you look fit. And you're young, so it's not that yoga is just all about, the older generation that used to follow it.
10 years before, people used to think like that, but lots of youngsters are joining basically for the mental fitness, because they are going to the gym for the physical fitness, but there are lots of psychosomatic problems in current era. So now youth is coming towards yoga.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, if you have any questions for Dr. Kapil Dev Kesari, he is going to be with me in the studio all the way till 9 a.m. So keep sending those questions on 0758-123-444. For now, here is Karan Ojla with YKWIM. On the Morning Fix, and with me in the studio, I have Dr. Kapil Dev Kesari, who holds a PhD in yoga. He is the Indian ambassador of yoga in Kenya, and we're talking to him all things yoga. Now, you have started, getting into PhD in yoga. No one generally thinks of these kind of degrees, but what was the sole goal for you to, take up yoga as your career, let's say?
So as I told you, yoga is so holistic. Okay, so it gives you a very enriching experience in your life. Like, it is not about only the practical, it is not about only theoretical, it is a combination of both. So you learn how you can live your life happily. So that thing attracted me, and I completed all the education in yoga, and I'm enjoying my life. So actually that thing brings me in yoga.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I agree with you. Happiness beats money also at times.
Exactly.
Like, if you are happy, I think that's what this life has to be revolving around. So completely, hands down, agree with you on that. But now you have also, done quite a few curriculums for schools back in India for yoga. How can yoga benefit student lifestyles? Just share some tips on how students practicing yoga can benefit them.
Yeah, so actually, I was working in grassroots level. I visited lots of his school, and I have seen like students require lots of concentration and focus. So if they are practicing yoga, I have done pre-post study also among these students. Like if they are practicing yoga regularly, they can increase their concentration level, they can increase their focus, and there is lots of academic stress.
Right.
Okay, so if they are going for exam, they have some kind of stress. So if they are practicing few yoga postures, some breathing technique, and some mindfulness techniques are there. If they are practicing, they can reduce their anxiety, their stress level, and basically in that age, in adolescence or in teenager, there's lots of mental turmoil. Like they have lots of they have to answer their kids, they have to the parents and the teachers also, they have lots of academic work also. So overall, if they are practicing, I have done very beautiful research, if they are practicing yoga, they can improve their academic score, they can improve their learning outcome. And like I have done one research, they can reduce their anxiety, their stress, and it is good for all our health, overall personality. So I have done lots of research which are very significant. So yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. I mean, kids suffer through a lot of stress. There's peer pressure, there's the exam, performance. If you get bad marks, so how are your parents going to look at you? How are they going to treat you? Hands down agree. Yeah, it does help. So you can start off at a young age. It's not just about, you growing
just
older.
I'm telling you one technical point. Basically, breathing, like if they are doing simple deep breathing, that is helpful to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and I have done lots of research in this. So if your parasympathetic nervous system is active, you will feel calm, cool, and relaxed. So that was my findings.
Right.
So if you are doing only deep breathing, that is helpful to improve your parasympathetic nervous system.
Just that. Imagine. All right. But you did speak about stress, anxiety, and depression. They're common problems in everyone's lives today, especially with the economic times that we are having all over the world, not just in Kenya. It is bad. So how can one get rid of such symptoms through yoga? Can you give us some tips and tricks, or what exactly they need to do?
Yeah, so actually in yoga there are lots of asanas, lots of postures. I'm telling you, there are 8.4 million postures.
What?
Yeah.
8.4 million?
8.4 million yoga postures are there.
Wow.
Okay. And there are lots of breathing techniques and some mindful techniques also. So if you are doing simple stretching, simple balancing posture, forward bending, back bending, twisting, if you are doing these kind of normal stretching and breathing techniques, see, I'm telling you one simple breathing technique which is very easy, and you can do it at your office also when you are working, okay, at or morning or evening, whenever you have time, you can do it. Simply inhale through left nostril and exhale through right nostril. Inhale through right and exhale through left nostril. This is simple alternative. Anulom Vilom pranayam.
Right.
So we call it alternative nostril breathing. If you are doing 5 to 10 minutes every day, you can reduce your stress and anxiety level, because these both nostril is related to your left and right hemisphere of your brain. So if you are doing alternative nostril breathing, easily you can reduce your stress and anxiety, and you can do it anywhere. In the morning, evening, or at your office also. So basically, it's second one, if you can start focusing on your breath for a few minutes, so like your body will release happy hormones. Suppose I'm giving one example. If I say the name of your favorite food item again and again, what will happen? Your saliva will start secreting. I'm not giving that thing, but you just thought came in your mind, and your body is now starting working. So body release the happy hormones, and stress hormones also. So if you are thinking negatively, your body react will like that. If you are thinking positively, you are doing mindfulness, you are feeling like you are focusing on your breathing, and if you are like thinking something positive, energy in surroundings, you are inhaling all the bad and negative energy is going out. So it's all about thought, but there is some chemical changes, physiological changes is going on in your body. So breathing, alternative nostril breathing, anulom vilom pranayam, and some focus on your breathing, this will help you a lot to reduce your stress and anxiety.
Perfect. Well, you've heard it from the doctor himself. I think that's what I'm going to be doing right now as you listen to this song. Here is a Cisco melody with Disco Balma.
Radio 44.
12 minutes to the hour of 9, and with me in the studio is Dr. Kapil Dev Kesari, a Ph.D. in yoga, Indian ambassador of yoga in Kenya, conducted above 670 yoga camps, 28 yoga retreats, published 15 yoga research papers, and has designed a yoga curriculum for schools as well. Once again, welcome to the studio. It's a pleasure having you here and learning all about yoga from a doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. Now, generally, many people, including myself, I am here by 6 a.m. in the mornings. Then I have another job or my own business that I go and handle after I finish my work here. And then I go back home all the way at 6. By the time I reach home, I am dead tired. But the only thing I'm doing in the entire day is sitting on a desk, just like I am. So how can people who have this kind of, a lifestyle like the way I'm leading, improve their lifestyle and make the most out of whatever they're doing?
Okay, great. So, High Commission of India recently started Yoga at Workplace.
Okay.
Okay, so we are offering, we are teaching yoga at workplace. So basically, after a long sitting, people are complaining lower back pain, upper back pain, some cervical spondylosis, because all the time they are doing work in computer or they are using the mobile phone. So after a certain time, they start experiencing cervical spondylosis or neck pain, neck bulge also, etc. So basically, we started workplace yoga, like they can stretch their body in their chair. They can use their chair and table as a yoga prop, and they can do like say 5 or 10 minute stretchings, like all the joint movements practices: neck rotation, shoulder rotation, elbow bending, wrist rotation, finger clenching and spinal twisting, ankle joint rotation and knee bending, half butterfly in chair. So, and some breathing techniques, some inhalation, deep inhalation and exhalation. So if they are doing these things, they can recharge themselves, they can rejuvenate themselves, because afternoon they feel almost exhausted.
Yeah.
So if they are doing after lunch or before lunch, like they can do these kind of joint movements in chair only. So that is called chair yoga. If they are doing chair yoga, they can recharge themselves and they will feel more rejuvenated and very recharged.
Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it's very important nowadays, because lots of people are working in office and they are having lots of problems. They used to come in class and they are complaining like they are having these kind of issues. So like we started these kind of workshops also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think I'm going to be joining those ones.
Yeah.
But how technical is yoga? You did mention it, that it's that many people just think it's about twisting your body.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not the case. But how technical is yoga overall, and how can one become a pro at it, like yourself?
So basically, first you have to learn. Like Indian High Commission is offering free of cost yoga classes. So like first you should learn few things, basic, like there is lots of breathing techniques and some bendings also. So if you are not doing correctly, and second thing, see, everyone has their like capacity. They have their own problems. Everybody is having different strength, and everybody is having different kind of issues. So if you go to doctor, he's not giving same kind of medicine.
Correct.
Okay, it different medicines for the different problems. So people are having different issues with them. So if you are like learning yoga perfectly, so first you have to learn basic things like how you have to breath, how you have to twist your body. As I told you, there are lots of techniques. So like it's very customized thing. So you have to learn basic things, then you can start yoga programs. If you are doing incorrectly, so you may feel some some muscle spasm, some muscle injury, or maybe some any other kind of issues like some some like vata rog, generally we call it in yoga. So some some kind of pain you may experience if you are doing incorrectly.
Right.
So first go to expert and then learn few basic things. Just tell your need and your reports, what are your reports, and then you can after learning you can practice your own self.
Perfect. Well, you've heard it from the doctor. I have received a couple of questions. I'll take one question right now due to the time factor. One of them is, with the COVID that just went, and many people have lung issues. How can yoga help in that?
Yeah. So basically, in COVID period, I was in Rajasthan, India. So I taught lots of breathing techniques during the period, that COVID period. We went to hospitals and we met with lots of COVID patients, and we taught them basically two major techniques. First one is nasal cavity cleaning, which is called Neti Kriya. So we pour lukewarm saline water from one nostril and it comes to the another nostril. This is very simple technique, which is called Jal Neti Kriya. So it is helpful for the nasal cavity cleaning, and this is not only for the nasal cavity cleaning above the shoulder, like if you are having eyesight problem, if you are having headache, if you are having any kind of allergy, so you can remove all these kind of issues. So we taught that Jal Neti Kriya. That was very, very helpful, and we also discussed with lots of MBBS and MD doctor. Even they also suggested it is very helpful in COVID period. Second one was the breathing techniques in prone position, breathing technique. That was very helpful. Generally, we inhale 500 cc air, and our lungs have 1500 cc capacity. So 1000 is totally empty. So if we are doing a breathing technique in certain position, it's like there is a asana which called a Supta Baddha Kodasana. If you are lying in that posture, so generally what happens, your lungs gets more expand, and you generally inhale more than 1000 cc. So you are not doing anything, you are just lying in that certain position and you start inhaling more than 1000 cc air. So you are not also doing pranayam. There are lots of pranayam, just you are lying down in certain position. So we also taught that tactic. So if you are doing deep inhalation and exhalation, you can increase your total lung capacity. So there are three types of breathing, like capacity: total inhalation capacity, exhalation capacity, and your holding capacity. So your holding capacity is much more important. If you are holding your breath inside, there will be very good gas exchange process in your lungs.
Okay.
So you can increase the oxygen level of your blood if you are after inhalation you are holding your breath. So these are the two basic techniques if you are doing, or we taught during the COVID period, and those techniques were very helpful.
Super. Well, you've heard it from the doctor himself. It was a pleasure having you here, Dr. Kapil Dev Kesari. And as you mentioned, you are still going to be around for a long time. He's the Indian ambassador of yoga in Kenya, so you can always catch him. Where do you generally, teach?
I teach in Indian High Commission Residential Complex, which is in Parkland 5th. Generally, we are conducting two classes in the morning, 6:30 to 7:30 and 9:30 to 10:30. These are the two classes, and it's free of charge. Anybody can join.
Done. So you can go and get hold of Dr. Kapil Dev yourself and meet him and tell him that you heard him on Radio 44 and now you've made your way there. Thank you once again for coming here and teaching us about yoga. Thank you.